Sanders now on the right to the guest line as we're coming to you live from Casino, Arizona. Rockin' Manucci and Jimmy B. How you making out today? Doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, brother. Good to hear you guys' voice, man. Had a great weekend up in at Cliff Castle Rock Casino this past weekend, man, at a charity golf tournament that supported the Phoenix Children's Hospital. Good times. I think we came in third to last.
So, no, not a lot of birdies out there. So you guys are pretty sober, huh?
Yeah, they told me the sponsor was going to be heavy hitters. They were great. It was a great tournament, man. Just going up in altitude and trying to figure out which way to put that ball, left or right, back to the valley or towards those beautiful red rocks. It wasn't easy to figure out.
Do you putt faster on higher altitude?
You know, say it one more time. I'm gonna jump through the phone. Say it one more time.
I bet you're the best looking guy out there, though. I no question.
Nice
right?
recovery, Rock.
Yeah,
nice recovery.
Best dressed golf ride, though, Frank Sanders. So, Frank, what do you got going for draft day? You guys doing anything? What are you doing this week? Are you doing anything for Go PHNX?
I'm gonna miss that window of time, brother. I'm actually going back to Atlanta. Auburn has a tournament out there for the Tigers Unlimited. We're going to get a chance to play East Lake. I can take my time out there, Rock, because they're buying the course out, so it should be on the clock. But it's going to be a great time.
Oh wow! Back to Atlanta. That'd be fun.
Well, the memories that are back there at with the Auburn Tiger Cat. What do you remember the most about your draft day there, Frank? Second rounder that you were going to the Arizona Cardinals way back in 1995.
And did they recruit you? And
did you know you were going to Cardinals?
You know what's funny about that? Dave Atkins caught me at the Senior Bowl and saw me. We just got done practicing. We was getting ready to go into the locker room. He caught me on changing my shoes out. Dave Atkins at the time was a former offensive coordinator. He said, "Hey, man, I just want to let you know that guy back there by the goalpost really likes you." And I was like, "What guy?" And he said, "Look over there." And it was Buddy Ryan leaning up against the post, and he says he likes you a lot. So just keep doing what you're doing, man. We'll see how it all plays out, but keep doing what you're doing. And then, of course, on draft day, the Cardinals had the 46th pick. Dallas Cowboys had the 45th pick. And Rock, would you believe it? There was a guy from Dallas in my house at the time, and I thought I was going to Dallas. But at the time, Dallas chose running back from Alabama, Sherman Williams. And next thing you know, my phone rings, and Dave Atkins was on the phone and said, "Hey, Frank, I told you, man, we were going to get you. I'm looking forward to having you here with the Arizona Cardinals. You're going to make a big splash with us."
I'm just curious, Frank, what was your reaction? Because now we get a chance to see the reaction play out on live TV. Back then, that wasn't the case. What was your reaction?
Arizona who and where?
Yeah. Where's Phoenix? Yeah.
Where the hell's Phoenix?
Right, where's Phoenix? It was the Phoenix Cardinals at the time, honestly. Crazy thing about it was that I just, you grow up in South Florida, Miami. A lot of teams on the back east is definitely Miami, Washington Redskins, or you get the Pittsburgh Steelers. My dad was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I had not heard much about the Arizona Cardinals or previously before that, the St. Louis Cardinals. So when they said it was going to draft me, of course, the coach comes up and says, "Hey, this guy likes you." He said, "Buddy Ryan likes you." So I said, "Okay, I know Buddy Ryan because he was with Philadelphia Eagles for years, and you knew about the stellar defense and who they were under his head." But when he said that, I was really surprised. Funny thing about it on draft day, I walked through the hallway and I said, "God, I don't care where you send me. Send me someplace warm and a team that needs me, and I'll be happy." And lo and behold, I came to the hottest team on the planet, and Buddy Ryan had got rid of all three of his starting receivers the year before I got here and before Rob Moore got here. That was Randall the Thrill Hill, Ricky Prohl, and Reggie Sanders were the guys that was the three starting receivers at the time. But when I got here, they had traded their first round pick for Rob Moore, and then they got me. And I'm going to tell you something. My desire at that time would have been to go to 49ers. And the only reason why is because I wanted to learn from Jerry Rice, but I couldn't have had a better mentor or, teammate in Rob Moore and Anthony Edwards.
Frank Sanders here on Fox Sports 910. Frank, there's a lot of things that have been said over the years with the Cardinals organization and being, let's just be blunt
Blunt.
and that is, they're cheap. They were cheap. Now, was that the case when you got drafted? I mean, did you have to buy your own T-shirt, your own golf shirt? I mean, your own shorts? I mean, what was that? You could tell us now how that all went down, because I know that's all been fixed, but it was pretty bad there for a while, wasn't it?
You can come clean now, Frank.
Yeah.
Man, I've come clean about this story a 1,000 times, and it was surprising. But I mean, again, you don't know much. Again, I'm a rookie. I'm with there. I just got drafted, and I think that's one of the most happiest moments that you can ever have as an athlete or as a football player or any player. I would say on any level. Once you get drafted by a team, NBA, MLB. I came into the Cardinals. They brought me in after I got drafted. I flew in the next day. I had a
Southwest. Was it Southwest? Did you get it at first class or was it coach?
American.
Come on, be honest. Was it Eastern Airlines or what was it?
Eastern was around.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I could have took a train. I got drafted, but I got drafted. That's better. That's the best side of being drafted is that, and you're in the second round, so you got a little bit of money.
Yeah,
you got a little bit of money coming. So I don't remember the flight. I don't remember any of that. Really don't. Funny thing about it is, I just remember, I got here and they said we're going to Kim was Paul Jensen was the head guy in media relations at that time. You guys remember Paul? And Paul said, we're going to walk you around the facilities and we're going to bring you into our media room. All of 5 people was there at that time. Because we had a media, we was a Mongol and media outlets at that time in '95. So, but reality, the fun thing about it was, I did the interview. They gave me a hat and a polo. I did the interview. I got done. When I got done with rookie camp, my first week they gave me a check, and on my check was deduction of hat and polo at that time. So that was that.
Wow.
That was it at the time.
Frank, you told us that story multiple times, and I just every time I hear it, it just drives me bonkers because they're so hands-on.
I think you learn something, man. That's the funny part about it is, right? Like every organization is different. Every organization is different. And I had to learn that. I remember one of the guys saying, man, when guys that came from other places and came to our team, they just thought that it was weird and different, weird on how we ran certain things here when it became the shoes or how we was issued certain paraphernalia, things like that. It was totally different. And, but I can say, of course, you're absolutely right. That was years ago. Dad ran things totally different.
Yeah.
Mike has taken on a totally different leadership. And it blows my mind to even think that this is considered the 31st, team in the NFL. That blows my mind knowing that how far this organization has come from when I was here in '95 to 2001 to where they are now in 2023 and to be voted as a 31st.
What was your takeaway with the new uniforms that were revealed on Thursday night?
I actually liked them. I mean, I as a former player, I remember what they used to be. So, I remember what they used to be. And to now, it's like going from, boot wash platform pants, man, to, now you can wear skinny jeans. Now you got skinny jeans and a shirt that match. I'm a fan of that now.
Look, I can vouch for that because when I first called Frank's number,
3 minutes,
it was, I forget it, 98, 99 in that area. I came in and did the Bills and the Cardinals at ASU Stadium. And
Doug Flutie-led Bills.
It was Doug Flutie-led Bills. Frank and I had this conversation. Doug, I remember, serves me correctly, he lit the Cardinals up pretty good that day.
He did. Unfortunately, he did. It was, I don't know if we had on the same color uniforms at that time because back in the day, our uniform actually had the flag and it was like the royal blue, yellow, and red came out of it. And we had royal blue like lining in our uniforms at that time. But they've changed and gone. I think Mike has done a good job of trying to listen to the public. Of course, there's always things you can do. This is one of the oldest franchises, in the history of the NFL. And you got to take that in consideration. It's similar to the mindset that they take when it comes to Alabama, Auburn, or LSU. Some of those uniforms would never change. Notre Dame,
2 minutes,
State, they will never change, and that's just the way it is. Look at USC; they will never change, and I think that's one of the things to watch how Mike has tried to evolve and still keep, that cardinal bird being, that logo and what it means to the family of the Bidwells is to maintain the integrity of that. and the history of how long the team has been part of the NFL.
Frank, if they don't trade that pick down, it references that Will Anderson Jr. that with the Cardinals' third pick. Are you tempted to trade that down? Or you want to take that bad boy for a so-called once-in-a-generational type of defensive end / pass rusher?
You know, I like what Will brings to the table. There happens to be, which is beautifully a good thing right now, a premium on being a great defensive end and realizing what they bring to the table. College football right now there's at least a good four good names that's out there right now that's in the running. They're on the radar, but these guys are still active.
1 minute.
They have good size. They can move up and down the field pretty good. So Will Anderson is the hot name. But I wouldn't be mad if we was able to move to get better collateral, and then also still find a defensive end or a defensive lineman, because we really need that. You need some guys to kind of back up what you already have in our linebacking core. We need some front four.
Frank, enjoy your time back in Atlanta. Hit him straight, and as always, man, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate
Safe travels there, big fella.
I appreciate that, brother. Hey, Mark Rock, can I bring you some lemon pepper wings back?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So there's a place out here, ATL Wings. Have you been there? Atlanta Wings. They're called Atlanta Wings. It's a chain.
Come on, man.
Google it. It's a chain. I'm telling you, they're all throughout the valley. I don't know how many, maybe 3 or 4, but Google Atlanta Wings. There's a chain out here, and I'm curious if they have them there. I'm sure they would, because that's what it's known for, right?
Oh, absolutely. We should go out one day and try them out.
Let's do that. A little sweet tea with that as well. A little sweet tea.
You don't want a sweet tea. I will get a sweet tea. A Lynchburg sweet tea would be nice.
There you go. That's the great Frank Sanders joining us here on Rockin' Manooch with Jimmy B. We'll come back with our What's on Tap, as well as our Learner Row 1 call. Rockin' Manooch with Jimmy B out here at Casino Arizona.